All right, so let's talk about the cost of waiting. It is less expensive for you to buy a home now in so many different ways, and that's what we're going to discuss right now. Let's do the scenario. $1 million home in Ewa Beach, interest rate 6%. A little higher right now, but we've been down 6% a couple of times. So let's say 6%. Right, your mortgage payment in Ewa Beach right now, $1 million home, guess what? You can probably get about a $35,000 credit. I've seen $40,000, $45,000 seller credits. All right, and what does that do for you? Well, one, that allows you to do a 2-1 rate buy down. So basically, first year, your rate will be 2% lower than what you locked at. So instead of paying a 6% mortgage payment, you're paying a 4% mortgage payment. So that first year, your mortgage payment is going to be $5,174. This is an estimate, $250 taxes, $150 insurance. What are your closing costs? Across the board, your closing costs can be about, for $1 million home, you're looking at about $13,000. All right. Remember, the buyer agent gets compensated by the buyer. Right now, because we are in a buyer's market, the sellers are paying the compensation. They're paying, we'll say 2% compensation. Can be 3%, but we'll say 2%. All right, compensation to the buyer's agents. $1 million home, that's $20,000. All right, estimated seller credits at $35,000 right now. Can you do it? Absolutely. Is it happening? Absolutely, every single day. All right, what is your cash to close as a buyer buying $1 million home today at 6%? Minus $200. You're going to get some money back if you buy a home today and you get that seller credit. Is it happening? It absolutely is. I'd probably say 75% of my buyers are getting a seller credit to either do a 1-year buy down or a 2-year buy down. Now let's say you want to wait. I'm going to wait. Larry Gonzalez, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until rates get down to 5.5% to buy. Roger that. What happens at $1 million at 5.5%? All right, your mortgage payment at 5.5% is now $6,078, which is more than what it was if you would have bought at 6%. All right, well, guess what? Are you going to cost for a 2-1 buy down? I ain't getting it. Closing costs, you're still going to be $13,000. All right, that buyer agent pay, sellers are probably still going to pay the buyer agent compensation at 2%. So that $20,000, you're probably not going to pay that. All right, what are you going to get for seller credits? You're going to get nothing. Why? You're going to have more offers on that home. All right, so what are you going to pay to close this home that you're paying more in your mortgage payment by almost $900? Almost $900? You're going to be paying $13,000 out of pocket. That's a lot, don't you think? $13,000 out of pocket when maybe 6 months before you could have bought that same house and paid nothing out of pocket. All right, now let's wait for that one who's, I'm going to wait for rates down to 5%. All right, what happens at 5%? Well, guess what? That house that was on sale for $1 million, it's now $1.1 million. All right. Now your mortgage payment at 5% is $5,789, which is still $600 more than what it would have been if you would have bought 6 months ago at 6%. You getting 2-1 buy down seller credit? Nope. Not gonna happen. How about those closing costs? Well, they just went up to $14,000 because it's a higher purchase price. Dang it. All right, what about that buyer agent pay? Well, let me tell you, that buyer agent compensation just went up to $22,000. Let me do the math. Oh yeah, that's right, because that house is now $1.1 million. Because guess what? That house, that $1 million house, just got 15 offers. Am I exaggerating? Maybe a little, but probably not. Probably not as much as I know this market. All right, so now $1.1 million, you get a $22,000 buyer agent credit, all right, to pay the buyer's agent. Or if the seller gets, we'll say 15 offers, do you think the seller is going to pick the offer that has the seller paying the compensation to the buyer's agent? Probably not. Not if there's one that's not going to pay it. And guess what? And if the seller doesn't pay it, who's going to pay it? Oh, that's right. It's you, the buyer. Oh yeah, and how much? What are your seller credits? The 5%? Goose egg. Nada. Nothing. All right. So your cash to close, your out-of-pocket expenses, going to be about $36,000. Most veterans can't do that. Or if they can, and that's a lot of money. And guess what? Guess what that guy at 6% is doing at a year later when rates are at 5%? Well, one, he can stay at 5% because he's got the 2-1 buy down, or he can refinance down to 5%. And guess what? He's got $100,000 equity in that home, but his value of his home went up. Oh yeah, and you know what? If there's anything left from that 2-1 buy down credit, that gets used to pay down the principal on the new loan. So, ladies and gentlemen, which is the better option? Buy now at 6%, get the big credit, or wait till rates come down to 5% and you're paying a lot more for the same house. Do the math. talk to your loan officer. All right. I do this all the time. I spend most of my time going over numbers. All right. And they'll help figure out for the buyer what the best solution is and how they can maximize their credits. That's what I do. It's what I love to do. All right. So cost of waiting. Do not think by waiting that it's going to be cheaper to buy a home, especially in this market today where you can get and buyers are getting really, really good credits.